Congressman, there was another exchange with Senator Blumenthal. He was pressing Governor Noem on whether she'd push back on Trump if he withheld funds from states for personal or political reasons. And here's what she said.
You would stand up to him and say, Mr. President, we need to allocate that money.
Senator, in 3 days, President Trump will take an oath to uphold the Constitution and the rule of law in this country, and he will do that, and I'll be glad to have him back.
And I
don't
speak
to hypotheticals. I will deliver the programs as the
Well, it's
laws
more than a
dictate.
hypothetical.
So loyalty and independence from Trump that has been a key theme in several confirmation hearings. Do you think Governor Noem did anything to alleviate some of those concerns? I mean, it does look like she's going to sail through.
Well, yeah, first, I know Christina, and we served together in the House. She's capable and she's competent, but she's also in one heck of a pickle. She is going to be responsible ultimately for what happens at the border. So if things go wrong, if Tom Homan makes decisions and she really doesn't have authority, she's the one who's going to be hauled before Congress and having to answer. She's going to have a tough time with that. And she also, of course, is Homeland Security Secretary. She's going to oversee FEMA and emergency response. And I suspect, with respect to the California fires, she will also, be in the hot seat, figuratively speaking, in the event that things happen that, if it's perceived that President Trump is being vindictive towards Governor Newsom and playing games with the disaster relief for California, she'll be in a tight spot. So, look, I think she did the best she could under the circumstances today, but this is going to be an ongoing problem for her trying to assert her independence from Homan, because she is the one who's ultimately going to be called before Congress to answer for whatever happens on the border or disaster relief and other issues under the purview of the department.
You said you found her to be competent. She pointed to her experience as governor today. She says that helped her prepare for this possible role. But this is a department that has more than 240,000 employees, an operating budget of more than $100 billion. She has virtually, very little national security experience, no law enforcement experience. She's not from a border state, right? Are you surprised that her qualifications, those things weren't questioned more?
Well, the first Homeland Security Secretary was Tom Ridge. He was from my home state. We were not a border state. And he did a fine job. This department, you're right, it has hundreds of thousands of employees. You oversee Secret Service, FEMA, Customs Border Protection, ICE, the Coast Guard, USCIS. I'm probably forgetting a few areas. Transportation Security Administration, all that airport security, everything that goes on at the ports of entry. It's a big job. I mean, I don't know that there's anybody who is uniquely qualified for this job. You need experience in so many areas. And obviously, she's a governor, and you can pick apart her qualifications. It's fair to do that. But I don't know anybody who is really fully equipped to deal with the diverse nature of this department. These are all these agencies that were slapped together back after 9/11, and not necessarily made a whole lot of sense, not necessarily coherent, but she's going to have to deal with it, and people will question her competencies. But I found her to be pretty capable when she was in the House.
Former Congressman Charlie Dent, it's always good to see you. Thank you.